What's up, everybody? Chris here. Welcome. A bunch of people have been asking me how I use the POD HD500X for recording, and I promised I'd do a how-to video, so here it is. Before I get started though, I'd just like to thank everyone who has watched my videos, liked, subscribed, and commented. You guys have been awesome out there, I must say, and it's been quite a confidence boost for me. I'm happy you guys like all my stuff, and yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, anyways, let's get started. Let's have a sip of beer. It's the most important thing. Ah, so good. Anyways, so here on my POD HD500X, I've got two XLR cables going out into the back of my sound card. My sound card is a, I'll show you. It's a Complete Audio 6 from Native Instruments. Those two cables right there are the cables coming out of the POD HD into the inputs in the back. And that's pretty much it. That goes directly into my DAW, and I record from there. Yeah, so let me show you quickly how I go about recording the guitars and EQing them and processing them to make them sound good. Let's get started. Alright, so here we are. I use Fruity Loop Studios to record. I've been using it for the last 4 years, and although I'd like to change to Pro Tools or Logic, yeah, it's just a fucking mission. You know, changing DAWs is like wiping your ass with the other hand. It's troublesome and frustrating. So I've stuck to Fruity Loops for now, and yeah, so let's just record something. I'll load up Superior Drummer, and of course metal heads. These are the settings I like. I like the Thomas Hawk custom bass drums, very fat, and the Pearl reference snare, fat and juicy, just like I like it. So, alright, now my guitar, my POD HD500 is plugged into this here. I use two plugins to get the sound that I like. The first plugin it comes stock with FL Studios. It's just called Sound Goodizer. It's this little thing here, which pretty much, I think it just compresses it and just beefs it up a little bit, if you know what I mean. It's a really nice little plugin. It just makes everything fat and juicy. And then another one that I just got recently, I bought the Waves Gold bundle, and this came with it. It's called CLA Guitars, and yeah, this plugin just does something to the guitars that I like a lot. I don't use the reverb, delay, or the pitch on this plugin. I just use the compression and bass and treble settings, and a little bit of they've got these preset clean, crunch, heavy, and bypass filters that I like. I use the heavy version. So yeah, so let's record something. I was busy working on a riff earlier. It was about 1:45, I think it was. So yeah, so this is the sound I got with these two plugins. This is what it sounds like. I do apologize for the sound quality and the video quality. I've been having fucking problems with my screen capturing software, so this will have to do for the time being. Yeah. Yeah. Does it gent? Yes, it does, motherfucker. So let's just record something quickly. Alright. So there we got the first one down. And naturally, with metal, with anything I record, I do double tracking. So I'm going to do that one more time. Give me a second. Alright, it's a bit messy, but for the sake of an example, fuck it. So yeah, here we got, and then I pan each track left and right, and this is what we get. So yeah, it sounds pretty fat and juicy. And yeah, let me just fix some shit up and put a drum track in quickly. I do suffer from a bit of latency, so I have to put this stuff in time. That's about right. So, alright, that's in time. Cut it off on the edges so it's nice and clean. And oh, that was a mistake. There we go. And then let's I'm just gonna choose a pre-made groove for the drum track. I chose this one before. This one sounded good. It was a Metalhead's groove. And it was this one. Sounds pretty good. Sorry, I gotta plug it into the. I also use the sound when I'm making tracks, just you know, idea tracks. I use the sound goodizer on a Superior drummer. That just makes it sound much better. So, for example, if I bypass the sound goodizer and play this, that's the pretty much stock sound of Superior drummer. And then you switch on the sound goodizer, it just comes alive. Alright, so I'm gonna drop that. I like that for this track, so I'll drop that in the piano roll and just throw it in. Perfectly fits nicely, and we get the levels right. Guitars are way too loud, so I'll bring it down to about 65% on both tracks. Sounds pretty good. Bass drum is totally out of sync, but that's alright. As for the master, like, that's pretty much all I do. You know, once the bass comes in, I'll see if there are any frequencies that are fighting with the bass or fighting with the bass drum, and then I'll just EQ it. For example, I'll throw the guitar tracks into the mixer and maybe put an EQ on it with a high pass, low pass filter, and maybe take out some low end. Maybe some high end. Just to clean things up, and then maybe I'll I'll take out some unwanted frequencies if I feel like it. But this is sounding pretty good already. And for the master, I use Easy Mix. I love it. It lifts everything up and it puts everything in its place nicely. I know I should probably learn how to fucking do shit by myself, but I like the Easy Mix presets for now. Go to master, and I do like, which one is it? The Master 1, 2, or the Metal Bus Master? A Metal Master Bus. Let's take a listen. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good. And again, this is just for the idea, my sort of idea tracks. When I do real tracks, or when I finalize the track, what I tend to do is instead of just plug Superior Drummer directly into the mixer, I do a multi-channel output, and I have all the parts of the drum set on the mixer, and then I'll tweak them to my liking. Hopefully you know how to do that. If you don't, maybe I'll make a video on how to do that another time. Yeah, and I'm not gonna go through bass as well. I'll do that another day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I do to record. So I double track. I to be honest, I don't like quad tracking. It can sound good, but I feel that quad tracking, the guitars tend to sound like it's washed out. There's no detail. There's no what the fuck is the word? There's no detail in the sound, if you can understand what I mean. I just find that just double tracking is fine for me, and quad tracking, it just sounds a bit washy, and it sounds very, I don't know, without detail. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. That's how I record. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And yeah, I'll make some other videos later on about how I do bass, and how I do a final mix on a track, and what I look forward to. Ooh, and one more thing as well. I recently got a new reverb plugin. It's called the Valhalla Shimmer. And I must tell you, for all you gent and progressive metal fans out there, you will like this very much. So, I've been working on an ambient sound with the HD500X. And the stock sound that I came up with like a pitch pedal, kind of a Tesseract inspired tone. It sounds like this. Yeah, it's not bad, but switch this fucking thing on with the first preset that it comes with. The preset is called Black Hole. First preset, switch it on, and it's like instant ambience. sounds fucking tasty. If you really invest some cash and get this reverb, it is badass. It is an instant ambient plugin, and expect a video from me soon showcasing this little reverb plugin. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the tune, and I hope you learned something from this. But yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty basic. I don't do anything crazy, and to be honest, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. But yeah, anyways, I'm out. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, fellas.